Everybody, it is so good to see you all. Yeah, my family came out tonight. We're all in the front row. It's really nice because usually I come in here, it's this nice, diverse sea of people, and now I just get to see some sea foam washing up against the stage. Just a nice little strip of light. It feels like home. And anyway, gosh, I've been doing stand-up comedy for a long time. I've been doing stand-up comedy for a while now, and it used to make me really nervous and paranoid on stage. And I used to hate smoking pot, because I don't think people appreciated somebody who went, so do you guys like me yet? Yeah. Gosh, yeah, I've been really stressed out recently though, like really stressed out. And I've been thinking about doing that Chinese thing with the needles, you know, heroin. Yeah, it's been getting kind of bad. It's really stressful because I actually got in contact with an ex-girlfriend of mine recently, and it's weird being friends with them, you know, especially when they're an ex, because you still have those like relationship disputes. And so we got in a fight the other day, and she was like, "You weren't even listening to me just now, were you?" And I was like, "That's a weird way to start a conversation." Yes. Yeah. She has a birthday coming up. And I don't know what to get her. She has all these electronics, you know, an electric hair dryer, an electric oven. I didn't know what to get her, so I decided to get her an electric chair. Thought she'd like that. Yeah. Gosh, I've lived in Riverside my entire life. And anybody who lives in Riverside knows that it is really weird living in Riverside. A lot of weird stuff happens. I remember the homeless population is getting kind of crazy right now. I saw a group of pigeons one summer morning, just hanging out downtown, and this homeless guy just ran out of nowhere and made all the pigeons fly away, and just punched one out of midair and picked it up and ran off with it. Winner, winner, pigeon dinner. Yeah, good for that guy. I've actually had a close encounter with a homeless kind. I was walking to school, I go to school at RCC, and when they had the old bus terminal, I used to take the bus and then walk. And I was walking to school, didn't really notice anybody until this guy like tapped on my shoulder and really scared the shit out of me. And turned around and he said, "Hey man, I really like the Sonic the Hedgehog pin you have on your backpack." I was like, "Thanks, I like your 2 teeth." And he said, "You know, speaking of Sonic, you don't have any speed, do you?" I was like, "I really appreciate you making a connection, but I don't have any drugs on me." But, you know, some people have 32 teeth, other people have 12. It's just simple math. Actually, there's a place near here you guys might have heard of. It's called Romantics. And it's an adult boutique, and this happened right across the street from that store. And for a while, you know, before I had a job, I was thinking about getting hired on there. And I thought, I do a lot of weird things with a discount to a sex shop, you know? Like, I just buy hundreds of dildos just to have them. Like, I'd be at school, and I'd sit down to eat lunch, and I'd stand up, and like 12 dildos would fall just out of my shirt. And I'd like lean over and pick up just one. Sorry, that's fine. Yeah, my mom really loves that joke, by the way. I told her that joke once, and she was like, "Oh, don't be surprised if you see any of your dildos missing." I was like, "Oh, God, gross, Mom, just go fuck yourself." But not with my dildos. I'm glad my parents are really in on it. My grandpa's here tonight. It's really nice. I live with him now, you know. He likes having somebody live with him, and it's been good for both of us. But, you know, he's kind of getting to a stage in his life where he's really prone to disease. And I knew I had to take him to the hospital one time, you know. One weekend he was just sick as fuck. And I knew because I saw him do a nollie 180 on my skateboard. I was like, shit, we gotta get to the hospital. Yeah. But he's a funny guy. I get a lot of my material from him. We have a lot of funny banter every now and again. I remember we were in the car one time and he likes keeping me updated with the news. And he was telling me about a robbery that happened in Redlands, and he said there were various rare birds stolen from this mansion. I thought I was going to be, you know, a bit of a smartass and say, "Rare birds, really? What about like a two-cock?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess a two-cock's pretty rare." And I said, well, what about a 3-cock? And he said, August, there were various cocks involved. I don't know the logistics of the situation. Don't get too hard. Yeah, but it's been good. Yeah, I really love how supportive my family is of me. I remember when I first started talking to my parents about wanting to do stand-up, I went to my mom. And I said, hey Mom, I was thinking about, doing comedy. I wanted to be maybe a stand-up comedian or a funny actor, something on YouTube. She was like, oh, honey, I always thought you kind of had a face for radio. I was like, shit. All right. So I decided I'd go talk to my dad about it. And I was like, Dad, I was asking my mom about some stuff, and she said my face was kind of funny. And he said, yeah, August, you're naturally funny. The doctor really couldn't do anything about your face. And so, when the parents fail, you gotta go to your best friend. And I was like, all right, dude. My mom thinks I have a face for radio. My dad says the doctor couldn't do anything about my face. What do you think? Am I really that ugly? I want to do comedy. And he said, oh, podcasts are getting pretty big now. Yeah. All right, so to end the show every night, me and my grandpa exchange a lot of jokes, like traditional jokes. And so every night when I end my show, I like to tell one of those traditional jokes for you guys. So I remember one time, there was this guy walking down the street smoking a cigarette, and this nun walks by, and he puts out a cigarette and he stops her and he says, excuse me, sister, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. And the nun says, well, all right, what's the favor? And the man says, it's always been one of my deepest sexual fantasies to have sex with a nun. And the nun goes, oof, I don't really do favors like that, but are you a man of God? And the guy says, yep, go to church every Sunday. Are you willing to devote your life to the church? He says, I will devote my life to the church. The nun says, all right, so they go upstairs, find a hotel room, and they have at it. And afterward, the guy lights up another cigarette, and he says, I'm sorry, sister, I haven't been too honest with you. I've never been to church a day in my life, and I don't plan on starting now. And the nun says, I haven't been too honest with you either. My name's Kevin. I'm on my way to a Halloween party. All right, thank you guys so much. It's been such a pleasure being on stage. Give it up for your host. August, everybody.